tough week, but hey, you got one more week, right?
Yeah, and that's as a player. I told the guys today. I said, look, when you turn your brain off, that's when you get hurt. We have to
Mm-hmm.
go out there and we have to play and we have to play well. Well, the thing about it is we have scratched, clawed, fought for so much momentum. And
Yeah.
yes, the wind is kind of out of our sails after that tough loss to BC and a game we feel like we didn't play obviously our best football, but from where we were to where we are now, like we can really put a stamp on this season and feel really good about the way we finished this season, particularly the last 2 months,
Yeah.
by beating a team that needs to win a football game. Like they need to win for playoff implications. So we're going to get their best. So I don't know exactly how our roster is going to look, but all I told the guys was whoever's on that roster better be ready for a playoff type of game because they got a lot to play for. And if we don't show up, then it can get ugly pretty fast.
You owe it to the process to keep going, right? You have one more test, but you have to finish it.
That's exactly right. And that's another thing I stressed with them. I said, look, we work way too hard.
Mm-hmm.
All the off-season sweat and blood and tears, and then in-season, same exact thing. And to pack it in and lay down for the last game just because we're not playing for anything. In professional sports, you're always playing for something. Whether it's a check, whether it's your family back home, whether it's the organization, whether it's the fans, you're always playing for something. And so that's what you just got to continue to stress with the young guys who are in this situation. I haven't been in this situation very often. I think this is my third time in 11 years, so it's new, a little bit of new charted territory for me, but that's what leaders, I think, have to do. We have to continue to go out and show those young guys, hey, look, we're playing professional football, and when the scoreboard turns on, they're going to keep score, they're going to keep track of what the game looks like, and so we want to be able to put good film out there for not only this organization, but all other 8 organizations around the league. Like, this is a good time for these young guys to get some good tape.
Yeah. Mark was saying, too, that he said that in the locker room he paid a special tribute to those that have been playing through stuff. And as he said, been playing through duct tape and just going out there and dealing with so many things. And we know you're all dealing with something, but there's some that are dealing with worse things and they're playing out there. They're probably not going to play on Friday. But speak to that. I mean, football's a brutal, brutal game.
It's pretty impressive to see the guys that have played through a bunch of stuff. And now that it is, we're out of the playoffs, these guys are able to shut it down a week early. But just hearing some of the medical stuff that we had some of those guys dealing with and just gutting it out, just trying to get this team one more win, get us one more step closer to the playoffs, it is motivational. And it's motivational for a guy like me who's had my fair share of licks and wounds. But when you see guys toughen things out, it doesn't make your stuff doesn't feel as bad when you hear what some of these other guys are dealing with. So you show up to work with a smile on your face. I was here at 5 a.m. and nothing changes routine-wise. It's professional sports, and my name's attached to this game if I'm the guy and I'm starting and I want to go out there and I want to perform well and I want to create this momentum, this great momentum that we've built over the last 2 months into the off season, because I think sometimes that is so overlooked about how you finish a season. If you treat the last game like a preseason game, then your off season is going to feel like it was all for naught. So we're treating this as a playoff game, like I said, with a team that's in the playoffs that has playoff implications in this game, and so it's going to be a good measuring stick for us, and we got to show up.
The disappointment losing on Friday, obviously it's there. They're a quality opponent. I mean, the Lions, they could be a Grey Cup contender right now. Is that good for this football team to go through that process to learn, okay, this is how a playoff team, a Grey Cup contender, plays?
I think we learned how far off you can be if you don't show up.
Right.
Like sometimes in professional sports, you think talent will just overcome everything else. Yeah. And when you don't show up in professional sports, there's a lot of good football teams. Now, BC is on a heater right now, and reminds me a lot like our 2023 team when I was with Montreal. Just got hot at the right time, and we went into their den and we got shellacked. It was tough. They flew around coming off a bye week. They showed us some stuff on defense that they haven't shown all year. And in my opinion, that's a Grey Cup winning football team. So it's going to be really, really tough facing that team. And I think for our young guys, I think they realized how much you have to reset each and every week. Mm-hmm. You can't let those past wins. You can take the confidence in the next game, but you have to show up each and every week, or else the game will get out of hand pretty dang quickly, because there's a lot of talented players in this league, a lot of talented coaches in this league, and a lot of guys that want to win Grey Cups in this league. And so you have to show up each and every week. And if you don't, then the unfortunate thing is Friday night.
Cody, what like the win total? If you look at the win total of this year, it's
maybe higher than some other gloomy years we've had here over the past 5 years. What positives can you take away from that? Yeah, the last 2 months. I mean, we started 1-6, and we were able to take it to 2 weeks left in the season with playoff implications. Now, the whole story of it is if we happen to find a way to beat BC on Friday, we still would have been out of the playoffs, but we'd been feeling a lot better about ourselves. But at the end of the day, your goal is always to win a Grey Cup. And so when you don't even make the playoffs, it's sickening, it hurts. You put a lot of work in, and the fans show out, and they spend a lot of money to come out and support us and watch us. And so the biggest thing is trust in the process. Like, I know it's been tough times around here, and this is my first year, but I can see this team, it's coming. It's coming slowly but surely, and we learned a lot this year, and there's a lot of guys that learned a lot this year, but there's a lot of guys going into this game that are playing for contracts as well. So you got to go out and put some good tape, myself included. You know, I'm only on a 1-year deal, so I don't know exactly what my future holds, but I'm going to go out there and try and put my best foot forward for the fans that have supported us all season, for my teammates who have had my back all season, and try and get this thing and right the ship a little bit before we head into the off season.
Thanks, Cody.
All right, thank you.
Appreciate it.